Hello, how are you? I'm Jaslyn from Bubble Skatzz and Huijo Huimeshin. So today what we are going to do is I'm going to take you on a tour to our skateboard pressing unit as well as my truck casting unit to show you what goes into making a skateboard as well as skateboard trucks. So are you guys ready? If you are, then let's pack our bags and head towards the factory, which is actually a 1-hour journey. Let's go. So we finally reached the factory after an hour's drive, and as you can see, this is our factory premises. So let me take you inside on an unfiltered tour and let's see all the action that's happening inside today. Here we have a container from the USA, our hard rock maple veneers that we get from our vendor from the US. So I'll show you how the container comes packed and how we cut our master sheets after that. Okay, so here we have received another delivery for veneers from the US. So we are getting around 2 containers each week. And as you can see, we don't import any B grade veneers. All we are importing is prime and A to make sure that the quality is great. So when we receive the veneers, we actually order them as master sheets, and we don't buy pre-cut veneers because this gives us the flexibility to cut the veneer into desired lengths and into desired sizes, depending on whether we want to use it for a skateboard or a longboard or a cruiser. And after we cut the veneers, like you see here, these will again go to the sorting section, where we will sort the veneers once again and grade them once again, though they do come graded in terms of prime and A, but we need to make sure that when we press the decks, we are putting in the right kind of veneers. So like you see, this lady's job is just to sort out the veneers once again. The very cleanest ones, if you see, we use them as face veneers. And even if there is like a little discoloration, or if there is any sort of a black knot, we will not use them for face veneers. They will go in some of the layer of the skateboard, but not the face. And if we have a broken veneer, then that's a complete no-no. We can't use it because that is what will compromise with the strength of the skateboard, and we really don't want that. Once the veneers are all sorted and graded once again, we also need to color a lot of those veneers, like you see here. And we do all this in-house, and I'll show you the section where we do this. So this is the section. We have around 10 barrels, and here we are joined by Ravinder, and since he's here, I'll let him do the talking and he'll explain you further how the coloring of the veneers goes.
Okay, so we have 10 barrels, and it contains most popular 10 colors, and rest you guys can see.
So in one time we can color around 360 veneers, and these will be in this barrel for approximately 12 hours under a pressure of 8 to 10 kilograms. The amount of pressure applied and the time given will dictate in the end how vibrant the veneer color will come out to be. So after the veneers come out from the vacuum pressure barrel, they still don't have the right moisture needed to be pressed in a layout. So this is a very special dryer which has been specially designed for skateboard veneers, and this will suck out moisture to make sure that the wood is dry enough to be pressed in a skateboard layout. Every veneer might not have the same thickness. So what we do is that we will pass each veneer through this special sanding machine to ensure that all the veneers that come out of it are the same thickness before we finally press them in layout. So this is the area where glue is applied to all the veneers, and We are using Franklin Bond glue from the US. Just like the veneers we are getting from the US, same for the glue as well. So this is the section which is really important because many people would think that it's just glue, not knowing that glue also has to be measured and it has to be an apt quantity to make sure that the deck that comes out is perfect. This is our deck pressing area, and as you can see that we have 9 molds in a machine, so we can press 9 decks at the same time. So it's basically one layout per mold. We are not pressing 2 decks, we are not pressing 3 together. If you come and check the temperature of it, it's not very hot because what we are doing is that we are using steam to heat these plates, and that's what is going to give the perfect amount of heat that's required for the glue to bond with the veneers. So these veneers with glue on them are going to stay in these molds for 45 minutes, and then we'll pull them out, and then these decks will go in the resting area where we don't touch them for 3 weeks. That's the minimum curing time we are giving to all the layouts over here. So you can see so many layouts lying here at this point of time. Why? This is a temperature control room, and when we press the veneers and they're made into layouts, all of them come here and we mark them with the date the veneers were pressed, these decks were laminated, and also with the customer code, because this is what is going to give us an insight on when these layouts are ready to go in the CNC section and when are they ready to shape. Now many would think that why a 3 weeks resting time, because this is what is very important and it is required for the glue to cure and for the bond to form. So here we are with Mr. Lee, and his only job is to come up with new shapes and styles, and also, like, you know, each customer has a different shape requirement. So this is where we set all the files for our CNC machines, and also this is like an R&D department, like I'd show you here. This is how we do, you know, when we have to develop a new shape or when customer sends in a new file. So this is how we are going to make a prototype of it before everything goes into the final production. So this is a final quality check for perfectly round edges before the decks go into the varnish section. So this is our varnish line, and it is 600 meters long, which is the longest in China for skateboards. So you can see the whole process here. The deck will go through this unit. Basically here it's cleaning the deck. If it has some sort of sawdust or any sort of dust on it, then it will go inside through the varnish room, and it will come out from the other end and go around. After this, we will buff the decks once again and then give it a final varnish coat. So when the decks come from the varnish area, they will be transferred here to the heat transfer area. So at present we have 4 heat transfer machines, and each heat transfer machine has a capacity to print around 1800 decks each day. That's what the capacity is. We'll take this beautiful graphic, they will align it on the deck, and then it will pass through these heated rollers. So these rollers are heated anywhere between 215 to 220 degrees Celsius. So we have to go with it once or twice so that the graphic is completely transferred. After this, we will take it to the next section where we will scrape all the extra from the edges, and here we go. So now she's scraping the extra graphics on the edges to make sure that it looks very presentable, clean and beautiful. So you can see now the sides are so clean and so nice. After this, if we are selling these as singles, these will be shrink wrapped, packed and sent to the desired destination. Or if we are selling it as completes, then these will first go to the grip tape section where we will be applying the grip tape. After that, it will go to the assembling section. So let's see how grip tape is applied. OS 780. This is the only grade of grip tape that we are using even for completes, and all the grip tape that we use is perforated to make sure that there are no bubbles and there's no problem of grip tape peeling off before it even reaches the customer. So she will show you the exact technique, how it's done, how grip tape is put on the deck. So here you can see that she's peeling off the back paper. Beautifully perforated sheet. So she'll stick it on the top of the deck. Here she's just marking the edges so that she knows what to cut when she finally starts giving it a beautiful shape. She's really fast because she has been doing it for many years. And here you go. After this, when we pass it through this roller, it will ensure that the grip tape completely sticks on the deck and there's no problem of it peeling off. This is our assembling area. This is where we will assemble completes. I would want to tell you that each day we assemble close to 3,000 units. So after everything is done here, then the goods will go to the warehouse and they are ready for shipping. We are at our truck casting unit now. As you can see, we have two machines. One is the gravity cast and one is die cast. First of all, the material that we get is aluminum 356.2. Most of the factories are using the grade 356. And it makes a huge difference. This is the material that is used to make aircraft. It is more lighter, durable, and the end result is excellent. Here, you can see, this is where we melt our aluminum. Aluminum is melted at a temperature of anywhere between 650 to 720 degrees. So it's like really hot and one needs to be very careful. The machines that we have been imported from Japan. This is a very, very high pressure and high pressure gravity cast machine. Gravity cast machine, most of the factories would avoid using, reason being that it is time consuming to make a product on this machine. The number of units you would get per minute is much less than what you would get from a die cast. But this is a much more mature way of casting the trucks, and the end product will have very fine details embedded in it as compared to the die cast. So this is a truck axle. It can be made out of titanium or chrome steel, and this is the part around which we cast the hanger. So what one needs to look into while choosing the material for an axle is that it has to be light in weight as well as durable. And also you can opt for hollow axles. And now I'll show you the process that goes into making this part of the truck, which is technically the backbone of the truck. This is our sanding area. But before we have a look at the sanding process, I would like you to have a closer look at this hanger that has come out of the gravity cast machine and it has not been finished yet. What we aim for when we opt for a gravity cast is a much smoother finish, and you see that there are no pronounced mold lines on this hanger. You can practically say that it is excellent out of the mold and it does not need a lot of afterwork. All kinds of finishing are done at the factory, whether it is the final finishing of the truck or painting as well as printing. It's all done in the factory premises itself. I hope you like this short, unfiltered tour of the Bubble Skatzz factory, and I really hope that you got some insight on how a skateboard factory works and what the process is like. And here I see Mr. Ravinder still working, 9:30 at night. What are you guys doing?
We are, going to queue up orders that we need to ship off Matchwork, and also we are going to do some videos.
That's lovely, that's lovely. So guys, it's a goodbye from our side. Till the next time we get another informative video for you. Ciao.